Hey, so this video is all about the types of stress that you can encounter and how you can counter those stresses with some natural methods. I'm going to talk about essential oils here. So it's just a tool that I use that's been really helpful for us. So the first type is chemical stress. So this is stress that you are introduced to by like your air, it could be your water, your food, it could be things that you put on your skin, in your environment, around you, synthetic scents, like, I don't know, cleaners, anything that you can think of that's more environmentally that you get exposed to physically and can enter your body and have an influence on your body. That's chemical stress. So one of the best ways to take care of your body so that that's not an overload that is creeping up and causing your body to become more and more stressed out, and your physical body, your emotional and mental body, it's all knit together. They do influence each other. So the more you can keep your physical body less stressed, the better for your mental and emotional body. That's gonna help you. So for me, a couple things is like drinking lots of water, drink half your body weight in ounces at least every day to help keep flushing the toxins out through urine. Lemon essential oil is going to be the best oil for helping with this because it gently detoxes the body. I'm gonna add, like for me, I add lemon oil first thing in the morning to my water, so I have it then, and then I'll have it again later, like in the afternoon or evening. And it's just one of those routines that I have. Like it's my common, I use it every day to gently try to help keep toxic load reduced. It's not going to take the place of like doing a really thorough cleanse. So like once to twice a year, it's really great to do a thorough cleanse and like completely clean the gut and do a great detox system there. But it helps with the daily adding up of all of that. All right, so the second type of stress is emotional stress. And this one can really occur within an experience, a situation, maybe even a place that brings back a memory. It can occur in people relationships or encounters, even like with a stranger. It can occur with like, for women, your monthly cycles and things like that. And so there are a lot of influences for this one, and they are wide and many. It's a very common one to come across like paths with on a daily basis, multiple times a day. So this is a good one to have kind of just a awareness, being aware of throughout your day, to be able to kind of take in the emotional stress that might hit you, but not hold on to it and let go of it and deal with it so it doesn't build up, so to speak, if that makes sense. And a great oil, essential oil for this is frankincense. So frankincense is a very grounding oil, and it's really fantastic when it comes to your mental well-being and your emotional well-being. So it's also a really great one. So like if you find that you are someone who has dealt with a long-term stress and those feelings and some of the side effects that can spiral down from having long-term stress and feelings like that have not been dealt with, is there are other things that occur within the mind and the body that can sometimes cause you to become even more retracted and less outgoing, and just pulled more within yourself, and feelings of sadness. So it becomes something that's not just emotionally you're stressed or you've been stressed for a long time. It's you are now going into a sad state of being. And frankincense is really good for pulling you out of that state, for helping build the bridges back, so to speak. So frankincense is a really great one to turn to. I use frankincense probably daily for mental support, but emotional support, and it's a great grounding oil. So the third type of stress is environmental stress. So this can be stress that occurs through seasonal or weather occurrences. It can be things that just basically come at you in life, like curveballs you weren't expecting at work or at home, and they catch you off guard and cause you to feel really tense and stressed, okay? And rightfully so, maybe. So peppermint essential oil is really great for dealing with tension within the body. And it's one of those oils that you'll find yourself going to relieve tension, to massage into your muscle tissues. What's really fascinating about essential oils is often if you can pinpoint what their physical support is, there's a direct correlation to the emotional side of what they support. So with stress in particular, physically we might use this to relieve tension in our muscles, but it also relieves tension within our emotions and our stress level and mental level. Peppermint is fantastic for creating a space in which you feel able to breathe physically and emotionally and mentally. It helps you to feel less claustrophobic, less drawn in. A lot of times when you experience stress or peaked stress, you're going to feel tight in your chest and everything's going to pull inward. Muscles are going to tense up. A great way to counter that physically and help mentally and emotionally that stress to release is to diffuse some peppermint oil. Breathe it in directly from your bottle or your hands, or even apply it to your shoulders, and put some on your chest or whatever, and like feel your lungs open up, feel your muscles relax, and notice that your stress mentally is actually releasing too. Okay, so the fourth stress type is mental stress. And this one can occur from things like just mind overload, too much on our mind, to-do list running. Often you can experience this one when you're lying in bed at night and your body is physically tired but your mind won't shut off. That is mental stress and overload on your mind. It can also occur like if you're multitasking a lot. So it's definitely is best to not multitask. I think we have enough research to really prove like it's not time efficient, and it definitely is has negative health results as far as it brings your stress level up when you multitask. But sometimes, like in the nature of like being a mom, there is some multitasking that you're gonna just have to do because it's required of you. You can limit it, but you know, it is going to still exist to some extent. So an essential oil I love using is lavender. Lavender is great for helping the mind to focus and like cut off the noise clutter of the mind. So it's really great for sleep, before sleep, if you have that. It's also great to diffuse during the day, maybe with a wood oil or another like oil like peppermint, just to help with the steady thoughts, especially if you find yourself having to hop between, you know, this kid and this thing, and getting interrupted there. It can help to soothe and steady and calm that mental stress and the bouncing around of thoughts and things through your head, because that is stressful when you have to jump tracks over and over again. But lavender can kind of soothe that. One thing to keep in mind with lavender is sometimes it does cause some people to actually not enter that restful state and that calm place, but rather more the opposite, where it feels invigorating and exciting. So if you are one of those people, just use wild orange in place of lavender. Alrighty, so the last one, number 5, is performance stress. So this is the stress that often occurs within expectations, whether they are our own or expectations we feel are from other people about us. And these expectations can lead us to fears of failing, or frustrations when we feel like we did not hit the mark, either personally for ourselves or for others. This stress often occurs within the work environment. It can occur in our day-to-day living as we compare with other people, as we are influenced by the words of other people, either directly to us or what we see on social media, TV, movies, and that can lead to performance stress. So the essential oil that is best for dealing with this is tea tree oil. It is great for dealing with the chemical issue within the body and the mind that's happening when this stress occurs. And a great way to use it is just to inhale it directly when you feel it creeping up on you, or to diffuse it to help with that. So tea tree oil is really great with protecting your immune system. And just like we've talked about earlier, the physical oil parts often translate into the emotional parts. And with this oil particularly, it is really great with protecting you against negative emotional states. So when you start to feel that, tea tree oil is a great oil to grab, inhale immediately, and then what I like to do is a little course correction. So with this oil, it actually has the ability to stop the neuro pathways of the negative cycle that you may have trained yourself on, and it will stop that in its tracks, and you have the chance to reset. So I will often inhale Melaleuca or tea tree oil, as most of you know it by, and I will pick an oil to course correct with citrus oil if I'm needing some uplifting and just positive, or if I just need the room to breathe and be free, I'll do like a peppermint or a eucalyptus, an opening oil. But that's how I use it, particularly in my life, just about probably every day, to do a little course correction with this type of stress. But also it is really good with a lot of different emotional states. So even if you're just feeling emotionally not in the positive, in the right place that you want to be, course correct with tea tree oil.